friends, welcome back to Marquis soaps. Today we're going to make a soap scented in this royal bee fragrance from Nature's Garden. It will discolor to a light yellow, so we are taking that into account with this design. We will start the same way we always do, mix together our oils, additives, and butters, add in the lye, and remake a fun soap today. I'm going to start by pouring off 2 accent colors. We're going to set our 2 buckets here to the side and come back to those later. We're going to work on our main bucket here. So in our main bucket, we are going to add in our colorant. It is this gorgeous purple. And this color is a combination of Flirt from Mad Micas and black iron oxide. Oh my gosh, purple is my favorite color, and this is so pretty. Let's add in our fragrance oil. I didn't look to see how this behaves. When I used to, this is an older bottle of fragrance oil, not like old, but it's less than a year old, so it's still fine. But I used to, right on the top, it'll just cut if it discolors, so light yellow, you can use 5% in soap. That way I didn't have to look up the fragrance notes when I was using it. And if it accelerated, I should have put it on the bottle as well. So hopefully it behaves nicely on us. I'm going to go ahead and blend this to a light to medium trace, as it is going to be a layered soap and I want this to set up quickly. And the scent is very perfumey. I love it, and I think it's going to go perfect with the design that we're doing today. This design, I made this soap, or one design like this, when I first reopened my soap business in 2020, and I just made it to where it was samples. So I made a really small loaf, and then with everyone's order, I'd put in a sample bar. But it wasn't a sample of anything that I had in my shop, so it didn't really, I don't know. When I'm doing samples, I want the customer to try a different fragrance than what they ordered, and then, oh, I like this, and then order that. But if you just make a sample bar of one that you don't normally even sell, it just didn't make sense. So I never remade it until I was on Facebook the other day and saw in one of the soap groups, someone made a soap similar to this. I'm like, ooh, I remember I was going to remake that. So here we are. So I just have a towel that I'm going to, I don't really want it to be that flat. I'm going to lean our mold, slant our mold, and I'm going to turn it so you can see it. Okay, and we're going to pour everything in. Going to scrape out, no, let's not scrape out the bucket. Let's leave it. We'll leave it for the top. And then We're going to very carefully slide this out of our way so we can work on our other colors here. So in one, I have black iron oxide. And the other is titanium dioxide. And we know the fragrance oil behaves pretty well, so we're gonna wait a second. Go ahead and clean off our stick blender, and then we will just mix the fragrance in by hand because we want this to be runny. We don't want it to thicken up on us too quickly. And when I mix it by hand, I purposely splash it up the sides of the bowls because sometimes the color can get stuck up there. So that's why it always looks like we're mixing it very messily. We're doing it on purpose. We didn't mean to do that on purpose, but I guess sometimes that happens. If I remember correctly, it's been a couple years since I've made this. We're going to start by pouring some of the white into the black, just in the front of the bowl. And then we're going to slide over our purple. Hopefully it's set up enough. It looks like it is. And we're just going to pour on one side. And what are we going to do with the rest of this purple? I feel like I want to put some gold mica in here. Let's do that. Let's do it. I'm going to just going to reuse the cup I used for the titanium dioxide. A little bit of olive oil. And we're going to take a little bit of gold mica. Mix that up. We're just going to pour it in. Give it a little mix. And then just put it on top. Now I have a stainless steel spoon. And let's kind of do that. Looks good. I'm gonna spray it with some rubbing alcohol And we'll be back in a couple days to see what the inside looks like. I'll see you then. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the first bar. And there it is. Super neat. Interested in one of these, they will be available on our April release. That goes live on Sunday, April the 3rd at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in my Etsy shop. The link for that is in the description below if you're interested in purchasing one or anything else from April's collection. I thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.